Hello everybody. Welcome back to the channel where we talk about stuff. Don't forget to follow me on social media. There are links in the description below. I don't know where this carousel is going, but gosh darn it, I think we're gonna have a heck of a ride. The amount of crypto, and I'll preface all of this by saying something has to give. Completely. Full stop. If we are not at a $200,000 Bitcoin by the end of this year, I think I would make a video of me just screaming. The accumulation levels that we see for all coins is dramatically weird. It's not like slightly like, oh, those are the normal levels. We've been going over this for a couple of years now, my friends. We've gotten to the point where the amount of crypto on exchanges is like a literal desert. It is you think it's a joke. It's completely drying up. We get so this is the distraction. We get so much news and it's popping up again. I'm not sure if you've been seeing it. We're getting so much news about meme coins and this coin. I'm seeing a lot of people talking about dog with hat, with chain, with leash, with toenail, and all this other stuff popping up all over again. And I'm like, the timing of it is fantastically weird. Because it's happening as institutions are paying attention to what other institutions are doing and trying to get into the market before them. Remember how we were talking about, and this is what I think is, we heard that the United States government is going to start buying up crypto. We had a tweet that said Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Cardano. What was the other one? I don't remember. The point is, it was a tweet about crypto. And then we get people getting upset, rightfully so, hear me out here, that prices went down. Got it. Forgetting the fact that the United States said that they were going to be buying crypto. We see all these levels of accumulation from these corporations and these companies and these hedge funds and central banks. And then governments, and people go, meh, it means nothing to me. This is probably the greatest magic trick that will, really, how do you fool 8 billion people into not getting into a market that's going to be worth $50 trillion? If you missed it before, the CEO of BlackRock, literally said in the next 15 years, he's expecting the valuation, the market cap of just Bitcoin to be worth more than all real estate within the United States of America. Yeah. All real estate will be literally worth less than the entirety of the market cap of Bitcoin. When I said that something has to give, it's because the news is too good too often. The wall needs to break down. There needs to be some kind of an event that really finally triggers knowledge or something within this market so that other people across the globe can go, now I get it. I stupidly assumed for many a year now that it would have been, really, this was even years ago. I assumed that once the US said something, it's like, okay, it's game over. This is definitely going to change the world as we know it. And it has. And the only people who are constantly paying attention are the rich people who already own other crypto who are trying to buy more. Because we also heard from the CEO of BlackRock that the US dollar is fading and that Bitcoin is going to be the world reserve currency. The news that we keep getting is spectacular. I made up a new word and it fits absolutely perfectly. When I saw this news, this let me know even more that institutions are not only here, they're preparing for something massive. Like they're literally gearing up to make sure that they have everything. The idea of everything sounds complex in a lot of people's minds because we as humans can't really conceptualize everything. That's why I keep going back to say, if you think about it, the 21 million, your mind can conceptualize $21 million. Imagine there's only $21 million. And then $6 million were burned. We can't find it. We don't know where it is. It's completely lost, broken. Doesn't even look the same. Then on top of that, 99% of all the dollars that are out there are owned by a small group of individuals who've made sure over the years to buy up all the dollars for themselves. And then we got about like this much dollars left. We also got some pennies and some nickels and some quarters, the other altcoins. And those also continuously drop down as well. Grayscale just announced something. And I think it solidified what I've known for a number of years. And I say this from a personal standpoint. As to the coins that are like going to make it. We are constantly like a really weird ETF tizzy right now in that we have a lot of applications that are at the SEC. We're waiting for a lot of them to be yayed or nayed. For those of you who missed it, this is now 50 of them, 50 plus, what have you. Applications given to the US SEC. XRP also has 17 of them. Crazy, right? So in April, May, and June, we are going to hear the SEC either say yay or nay. The weird part is that when Grayscale applies for something, especially after the lawsuit that they won against the SEC, they're probably going to get another yay for this one. That is to say a yes, a thumbs up. They're trying to convert, Grayscale is trying to convert their digital large cap fund, which is what they do for all of their funds. They convert their funds into ETFs. But this one's special. Because before we had news that Grayscale was trying to get a Bitcoin ETF. It worked out. They were trying to get an Ethereum ETF. Worked out. This one's a little bit different. This one is comprised of 5 coins. Can you guess which coins are in this fund? I'll give you the hint of the century. It's the exact same coins that the United States of America said that they were going to buy. Within the next couple of months, we're going to exist in a world where we have Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum, Cardano, Solana, you name it, ETFs out there. They're going to be major big money business inflows. Coins prices are going to skyrocket because of this new level of institutional interest. Grayscale has applied to transition their fund into a US ETF, and it holds Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, and Cardano. Those coins aren't random. They're the exact same coins that the United States is also going to begin accumulating. You think you have time. You think that there's more time for you to purchase at lower prices and that other people aren't paying attention. You'll wait for the ETF to drop, and then you'll notice that prices have risen by 38%. Because everyone else on the planet realized what was going on and how much money there was to be made. Always think a little bit further in the cryptocurrency market as well. This is a very big thing that you should never forget. Think about where prices were 5 years ago. Think about where prices were 5 years before that. Think about where we are right now and how much higher prices are going to be in 5 years. And how much higher prices are going to be 5 years from that. Always keep in mind that these are incredibly finite assets, and rich people, Grayscale, doing everything that they can to buy them all right now. They're not trying to buy them in 5 years. They're not trying to buy them 5 years after that. They want all of these coins right now for themselves, essentially so that you have none. You think it's a joke. This is how rich people move. This is how they act. This is what they do. By the time we get to the end of this year, 2026, these assets will have dried up. You think you're going to exist in a world where asset prices, crypto prices are going to fall back down and you can just go, I'm going to wait. You are competing with governments. You're competing with hedge funds. You are competing with BlackRock for the same assets. When you talk about the ETFs that we have already and MicroStrategy hold over 2 million Bitcoin, doesn't that seem a little bit crazy to you that they got that in a year and a half? Think if we had had billions of people on the planet accumulate those coins, but instead it went to a handful of companies in 14, 15 months. Can you imagine what they're going to do in the next 15 months? Do you think BlackRock's going to stop buying? Do you think MicroStrategy plans on stopping when they get to 1 million Bitcoin? How many coins will they have in 5 years? How many coins will they have 5 years after that? Always think ahead in this market because the rich people are. Yeah, Grayscale's probably going to get this ETF and it's going to comprise Bitcoin, Ether, XRP, Solana, and Cardano. And it's going to shock a lot of people. And a lot of people are going to get really confused in the future as to why XRP is at $12, why Cardano's at $8, and they won't really understand. And I think that's their issue. Well, never forget how lucky you are to be in the market, especially right now, receiving this news every single day because it's really insane, incredible news. Well, hope you all enjoyed. Yeah. Hope you all are having a great day. Morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are, wherever the heck you might be. I do hope it is absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching, listening, liking, commenting, and supporting. And I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See